Hello world, boys and girls, shine your light bright like diamonds and pearls. You could be anything in this world. Weight on your shoulder, let that pressure like a curve.
Consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps this is fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Blast from the Past movie podcast. I'm one of your hosts, CJ.
Joe Kill, keeping it real.
Jeremiah J. White.
I'm Mad Mike.
And this is the podcast. We talk about movies from the past and they should or should not be remade. And sometimes we just rip movies a new one because they deserve it.
Or we just don't like them.
Or we just don't like them. Yeah. Not get it by the epic introduction. We are going to be covering the movie Independence Day.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Do we really have to?
Yes, we do.
have to.
We have an obligation to at least say the title. We have an obligation to say the title.
It was a made movie, so it was about same,
Yeah.
So we have to speak on it.
We do.
I mean, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So, it's actually Jay's one of
my favorite
summer movies.
It's one of my favorite movies too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely is.
Don't think
man.
you get out of it.
But once again, guys, we appreciate, man. Kills.
What's
you
up?
want to give some of these shout outs out?
Let's shout out North Korea. Let's shout out South Korea. Let's just shout out Korea as a whole. Let's shout out Vietnam, China. What is it? El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Yeah, El Salvador.
We got Russia out there.
Yes.
So also homegrown. Got Inglewood's been laying it down for the Blast in the past. We
New
got
York's been laying it down too.
Yeah, we got
some New
blasters
Yorkers?
all over the
Yeah.
spots. So they definitely been laying it down, man. So appreciate it. Also, our fan favorite, Nancy. Who I will see Nancy tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna tune into the podcast. The funny thing is, like I said, guys, what she usually does is when she listens to the podcast, she just streams us on her TV or I guess through her Facebook or wherever she looks at. And then she just listens to it while she does her homework. So I'm like, God. So there it is. So appreciate you, Nancy. I know we got some people tuning in on the Instagram live feed. I know I saw Blake for tuning in, man. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you, man. We also got Gus, man. What's up, Gus?
Hey, Gus.
Hey, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. So once again, we are covering Independence Day, starring your boy Will Smith, Bill Pullman, and Jeff Goldblum. Bloom. All right. And of course, this movie came out in 1996.
So I was 5 years old.
Why do you always got to an age of
shit?
Kills. How old were you when this movie came out?
I just celebrated a birthday. We won't go into that.
Happy belated birthday, man.
Thank you.
But you 38?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, Kill said, we gonna go with that one. But, so Will Smith plays Captain Stephen Hiller. We got Bill Pullman playing President Thomas J. Whitmore? Yeah, Whitmore.
Who gave that impressive speech at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. You guys, what's good? First of all, what's good with the group before we really dive into the movie tonight? What's good with the group? Anything new with the group? Anything going on?
Not for me. Like I said, I just celebrated a birthday yesterday. Thank you guys for wishing me a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you out there for wishing me a happy birthday.
Definitely.
But that's pretty much all I have going right now. I mean, you're going on vacation.
Okay, where you
So-
choose where you're going on vacation at?
We're going to Disney World.
Disney
Oh,
World.
All right.
You know,
Shout
so
out.
He got the
That's right.
Hakuna Matata.
So you know, there will be a couple episodes that I will miss, but I'll be back quickly.
All right, sounds great. What about you, Mike? What's going on with you, man? Anything?
Nothing really.
Just living the best
Yeah.
life, huh?
Yeah.
How's the other job treating you?
That's pretty good, actually.
That's good,
Getting
man.
a lot more comfortable there. And we got some new summer promo drinks coming up.
Yeah, don't name drop those on here because we ain't getting paid, you know. Company being going to pay us for that, you know.
Yeah.
So there, just let us know, man.
Well, for the ones who are watching live,
Yeah.
I have a show this Thursday in LA at it's called it's a hookah lounge, Sahara Hookah Lounge.
Still do hookah shit.
Yeah, a lot of people still do hookah. The show technically is called Smoking Jokes. I won't be smoking, but somebody will be smoking at the Sahara Hookah Lounge, like I said, and the address is 25802 Southwestern Avenue, Harbor City, California. I'll say it again, 25820 Southwestern Avenue, Harbor City.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
For myself, nothing's really been going on. You know, a lot of you guys know or who don't know, I'm a member of the Downey Rose Float Association, which is a float that goes into the Pathfinder Rose Parade. So I build, construct, and sometimes co-drive, and we do a bunch of fundraisers throughout the year. So summer is our summer concert, so I'll be at the park every Wednesday now, cooking up some tacos. That's white, I'm a black taquero. So don't worry about it, it's what I do, man of many hats. So that's just the only thing that's really going on with me. We're working on the podcast a little more. So what's so funny? What's so funny?
To me, when you said that's right, all I heard was that's white. I don't know, black taquito. I'm like, what?
That's white. I'm a black taquito.
Hey,
Wow.
wax
No.
No, all three of us heard that.
That's what that sound like. I said. That's kill.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Kill. That's what it sounded like. I said. Yo, you gonna do one of those? Okay, then, man. Well, you know what? Forget y'all, man. Forget y'all. But I tell you what, Jay, man. Since this is one of your favorite summer movies, go ahead and give us a brief rundown what this movie's about.
Well, it's super easy rundown. If you see the poster, you get it. But long story short, there's an alien invasion on planet Earth, and they need the likes of Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum to save the day, which they do.
An Air Force pilot and a cable man.
And a cable man, right.
He's a cable guy, yeah. That's right.
Of course, it was a cable man who went to MIT.
Right.
I don't get that, people.
Right. Also, Randy Quaid. They needed Randy Quaid to help as well.
Did they really need Randy Quaid?
Well,
Jay, you want to lead us off with one of your favorite parts of this movie?
oh my gosh, one of my
So
favorite
many.
parts. Yeah, there's so many. Okay, can I just I'm gonna go it's the Will Smith part, but it's when they first encounter, they have the first alien battle in the sky
Over Los Angeles.
Over Los Angeles, yeah, and he's ducking and dodging because we're getting our asses kicked. Like the aliens are giving us the business. He's the last one.
Yeah, he's the last pilot.
He's the last pilot to survive. Luckily, he does like some maneuver, fakes the alien out. The alien crash lands. He crash lands at the same time.
Hold on, Jay. Hold on. Time out. Now I know what part you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And so now I have to say something because this kind of did bother me after I saw the movie.
Carl's about to become me, people.
Go ahead.
We might be on the same wavelength with this going on.
I may feel the same way.
Okay, so because every little spaceship has a force field, so when you shoot it, the force field goes off, right? So you can't kill them because I remember one guy, his co-pilot, say, "Damn, they got shields too."
Yeah.
And so Will Smith, aka Captain Stephen Hiller, he's going ahead and making these maneuvers, and he's real good pilot and all this stuff.
Right.
And he ends up, I want to say, well, not killing. He ends up taking down one of the spaceships.
Right.
Because the spaceship ran into a rock. but it got a force field. What kind of shit is that?
Well,
that don't make no damn
I have an
sense.
explanation too. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's hear yours first.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're watching and you're paying attention, they do hit a spaceship with like a bomb, and it ricochets off like camera or something like that. So the fact that they hit the rock or the boat or whatever it was,
like the side of the
cannon. Yeah, it can mess up the drivers. It shook him up, and he was passed out inside. That's what coming crash.
That's what
I
I
was
was
saying though. But what I'm saying is, when you see that, I know the explosion talking about when he hits the rocket, but you see the force field come over, like go over it, and then knocked it over. But on this one, when he runs into the rock, you don't see a damn force field.
Do you have to? You know,
yes,
man, you don't have to see it every single time.
Yes, you do.
Because this was one of the ones that wasn't a CG shot. They used a model for it. So yeah, they
also, it was budget.
Yeah, it could be a budget.
That's what a budget is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that made no sense to me.
First off, he ejected.
Yeah.
He didn't do no maneuver. He just straight ejected.
Right. But he still faked out the alien to crash into the.
Oh yeah, he flew right into the canyon wall.
Yeah.
That was.
Well, he was doing maneuvers before.
Okay.
He couldn't shake him. He's like, all right, I got
you.
Yeah.
But to explain it to you, Carl, I think the force field only works if they're being attacked.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
That's a good explanation.
Okay,
like, I just took it as because it wasn't like the alien died. It wasn't like the ship was exploding to pieces.
No.
The ship was still 100% intact.
It was intact. Yeah.
But well, no. What Carl is saying is, why did the shield break the rock up?
Yeah, or he bounced off the wall and
right.
did some
and
shit like that.
Just like I said, I'm just figuring that because it wasn't an attack per se.
Right.
That the shield didn't activate.
Right.
Yeah, okay, whatever. But go ahead. You want to?
Will Smith, as he ejects, he lands. He goes up to the spaceship. The spaceship opens up, and then he cracks the alien in the face and goes, "Welcome to Earth." And I don't know. It's a stupid line, but it's so funny. Only Will Smith could.
And then after that, he said, "That's what I call a close encounter."
Yeah. Whatever.
As he's smoking the cigar.
As he's smoking the cigar. Okay. So, what about you, Mike? What's one of your favorite parts?
So that's Vivica A. Fox's character is meeting with the First Lady. And it's like such a humanizing scene, and like two completely unlikely people, like completely different walks of life. And it just reminds me how awesome this movie was at bringing literally everyone together.
Yeah. Pause that thought for a second. Blake just said, CJ, you're bringing logic to a movie directed by a guy who directed The Day After Tomorrow.
That is true.
That's true, Blake. Yes, that's true. Okay, you're right. My bad. All right, man. Continue, Kills.
I have a couple, but the one that sticks out other than the canyon scene, because I actually liked the most, was in when the aliens first get to Earth and Will Smith looks out the window and everybody's moving out the neighborhood and he's like, Jazz, the white folks are moving.
Yeah.
Yo, because the Earth is not the earthquake. Oh yeah. Okay. So you guys are naming stuff in like more at the beginning. My shit is pretty much at the end.
Mine was like in the middle.
Well, in the middle, yeah, but I understand. Mine's more towards the end, and that's when when you got Will Smith's character and Jeff's character, and they're in the alien. They're in the alien. The
mothership.
The mothership. And they're stuck, and they didn't know how to get out. So they're like, "Oh, this is the last thing, Well, fuck it then. All right, cool." So they upload the virus, and they like, "Fuck it, and we just gonna have to just be killed." Fuck it. And they get up, and he's like, Smith is like, and they both get up and start waving at the alien. Hey, how you doing? It's like, hey man. He said, man, love man, got nothing but love for you, but it's like, you think you have a chance? What's going on? Oh, not a chance in hell. Good night. Peace. Boom, boom, right? And then they shoot the rocket and they get loose. And then and he's like, oh shit, we're loose. He said, go for the door. It's like, I ain't hurt no fat lady. Stop the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady.
Obsessed with the fat lady.
So that whole scene right there was absolutely my favorite part of the movie.
That's a good one.
And my thing was, Will Smith's character and freaking Jeff's character matched so well in this movie, I thought.
Yeah.
They were perfect.
I honestly believe this is one of Will's best movies.
Yeah. Well, this is what made Will really the blockbuster star that he was, because before that it was...
Yeah, he was just...
That this was, that was his role that confirmed him as a major player in Hollywood. So, I mean, I think a lot of us probably would agree that this was the breakout role of Will Smith.
I think this was.
Can you name a film where you felt like he was in with somebody as a co-star that you didn't feel their chemistry?
You want to know what? And that people are gonna hate me for saying it.
I bet you
After
don't.
Earth.
I don't think anybody's gonna hate it.
How do you not have chemistry with your own kid?
Yeah.
Wait, time out. So here's a question. One of the questions I want to ask you on Independence Day. So what stood out to you the most in this movie? Other than your favorite parts, obviously, but what else stood out to you in this movie?
I kind of like the CGI. The aliens themselves.
Yeah.
The alien,
Oh, okay.
that was pretty. I mean, I like the whole idea that it was a bodysuit that you saw instead of that's the alien.
Yeah.
Right.
When you get to see the alien, he's about 3'2". But I mean, I like the idea that he's not what you expect him to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're different people up together. So like Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum's characters are two different types of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With like the 3 degrees of separation from each other.
Yeah, exactly. And the same for the like you said, the Vivica Fox and
the stripper.
and the
The
stripper,
president-
and the president's wife.
Yeah.
Yes, and they pair up people very well. And then also, if you even take the president and Bill Pullman and Jeff Goldblum's character, when they come from, they're two different types of people.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And so it just pairs up everybody so brilliantly, I think. You know what I mean? And I like that aspect. That's what he did. That's what the director did good in this movie. That's not what he did good in
All the other movies.
Yeah, we'll get there too. We'll rip that one new one too. But what about you, Mike? What's something that stood out to you that you know?
So there was one thing. There's a certain thing that I noticed that a bunch of other sci-fi movies in the 90s did, that like there's a certain tone to like the first, I want to say third, like the first act of the movie, where it's you see it in this one, you also see it in Deep Impact and Contact, where you got like a bunch of different like organizations like looking out into space like with their telescopes and everything, and then they're like confirming with each other to kind of put together this little bit of a mystery of what's going on. Like so in this one it was, there's an object, we see the radio signals, we're trying to find out what it is, we're going to call these guys see something else, and then they put that together, and then there's sonar and infrared, all that put together. Then what was it in?
The characters that we didn't mention, one who has a sci-fi background, which is Brent Spiner.
Brent Spiner, yeah.
Spiner, yeah.
Who played Data on Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then I liked Jeff Goldblum's character's father, Judd Hirsch.
Judd Hirsch, yeah.
Who is funny as hell, but see, a lot of you, I'm getting ready to date myself again, but a lot of you guys don't remember. He was in Taxi.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh yeah, he was.
He was in Taxi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, to see him, and he played Jeff Goldblum's father to a T.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
that was the most believable relationship on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like, I mean, they played well off each other.
Yeah.
So
Look at all these schmucks driving driving away from the Washington. Yeah.
We're trying to get out. We're trying to get in.
Yeah. But I mean, it just, he's like, you spent 4 years at MIT and you're a cable man? You know, it's like that disappointing father thing.
Yeah.
But I love you anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Or how they're playing chess in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then
He's like, I gotta go.
Talking about Jeff Goldblum still wearing the ring.
Yeah.
And that's funny because he realized what his sons can do when they're outside the White House and he's trying to make a phone call.
He's like, you making a phone call? He puts a satellite on the
All cable man can do, pops.
That was pretty funny. You know, the thing that stood out to me, and you know how I am. I love comedy in movies. Like the comedy in this just worked.
Yeah,
and it wasn't. It was exactly what I was gonna say. It was natural. It flowed, and you really didn't like. It was funny for all ages. I felt like there's parts for all ages. Like I said, like the whole part of them, like nothing but love for you. Like he said, knocking out thing, welcome to Earth. Like that.
Right.
That was just so. Like you said, that was a cheesy ass line, but it worked.
Right. But here's the thing: most of the comedy didn't come from like, it was like a punchline joke. It was like that's what you would really say in that situation. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
right.
you talk about the dad and the dad and the son relationship. That is a real dad and son. That's what comes funny. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, let's ham it up and do these jokes. No, it came from like a real character stance. You know what I mean? So
and I love the fact that I know. I'm trying to get racist on this, but Will Smith's character, I feel, act like how every black man would act in this situation. Like, I don't know how
No, he wouldn't.
No,
he found a way out the middle. Like when when he took the helicopter and he told he's like, just tell him I knocked you out. And he's like,
right? Oh, the big dude.
yeah, he's like,
just tell him I hit you.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just felt like everybody just played their role to the T. And like I said, it was just so believable. The comedy was just great. Like you said, the one-liners in it. And not even that, just even the relationships between
all the relationships.
Everybody's relationship. It just worked. It was just great chemistry. It was just great chemistry.
Like it was the part Vivica A. Fox when she has her son and she's running for dear life.
Yeah.
And there's a fight in the tunnel. She's like, and she's like, come on,
she's back for the dog.
Yeah, that's the only part. She's like, come on, Boomer, come on.
And she said something like,
whatever his name was.
I don't know what he said, but she
and she found that space. Like that's anybody who has a kid knows. Like, oh wait, I gotta save my kid from whatever. I hope this works because I know we can't just run out this thing.
Yeah,
so
that was a realistic thing.
Yeah,
I guess that was realistic enough
from a character standpoint.
I mean,
where it went to, but I feel like I don't know the rubble.
Well, I mean, right? I mean, just saying as a character standpoint, you're trying to go. Okay, I gotta.
In terms of how they would actually survive that, that's completely unrealistic. But
I mean, it is a lucky chance. That's what.
But the thing that stood out to me, this was one of the first movies that I saw where the president led the fucking charge. Like he led the charge,
right?
And you had this airback experience. Would you do that same thing? Would you lead the charge?
I probably would. So the one thing that they explained earlier in the movie was a lot of people don't like him as a president, particularly like with policy. Like he's not a good leader in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
But they do mention in the first few minutes that he is a hell of a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense.
Right.
If I were in his shoes, I definitely would have done the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go in that situation. I feel like you have to. I mean, you know how to do it.
Yeah.
This comes back to when, let's take like Kings. Kings used to go out and fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you didn't fight with your army, you were basically a useless king. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
So in this situation, we're getting our asses kicked. They need me out there. Like we have people who are not fighter pilots.
Yeah.
We have prop dusters essentially. You know what I mean? To people whoever knows how to fly a plane, that's who we have. So they need me out there. So yes, I'm going out there.
I'm fly. I'm pilot.
Give me another cup of coffee. Yeah. So
keep going.
Yeah. So yes, I'm out there with my men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With people behind me. So I'm letting them know I have your back. You have my back. We are all humans fighting. Because I'm actually now fighting with not just America. Now I'm fighting with all of Earth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh.
Wow.
Sorry, read that comment there from Michael.
Mike says, if Trump... Okay, go back down. I gotta scroll. Hold on. It said, if Trump were president in the Independence Day movie, he would have jumped and built a wall. He would have jumped it. Built a wall.
Try to build a wall to keep out aliens, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He would have tried, yeah.
I always go back to the Men in Black scenario where he says, the person is smart, but people are stupid. You know what I mean? And in the Independence Day, they look to this like, don't
fire your guns at the head.
First of all, what are your dumb fuck that you gonna do shooting your gun at the damn big ass?
Oh, no joke though. People tried to do that to like one of the hurricanes in Florida.
Yeah.
Shoot a hurricane?
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
Because I think it's gonna stop. I don't know.
Well,
it's Florida.
I'm gonna say Florida is a different kind of person.
Fuck Florida, a different kind of person.
Back in the 90s, that was LA.
I'm just trying to like, why were y'all trying to shoot? And that's on the news. Do not shoot your. Why are you shooting your gun at the?
Right. I don't understand what they thought was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that was gonna start a war.
But I feel like that's what dumb people would have did in LA. Yeah, you're right. That'd been like
back in the 90s, that was LA.
we gonna be shooting at the sky for no reason, like. And the dumb people like trying to invite them. I hope they bring back Elvis and all this stuff and like partying on the roof.
The first people that get blown up.
The first people get blown up.
Yeah. That's something I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have partied. Let's get out of here. Let's see what's going on before we.
I think the aliens were perfectly in their right to do that. Just to be honest.
Let's hit the question though. Should this movie?
Oh,
Obviously, we had
the
a sequel.
Right.
So let's go there first. For a second.
All right. Well,
What did you guys?
Wait, have a moment of silence? Or
Mike?
So Independence Day resurgence.
So everything that was good about the last movie,
they took
just do the opposite. Just do the opposite. They had a lot of recurring characters, a lot of new characters, and really dumb interactions, very forced humor, forced love plots. There was a point, I feel, where Liam Hemsworth is like peeing in front of the aliens and he gives them the finger, and I'm like,
when they're on the mothership?
Yeah. And I'm like, you're literally just giving that to the audience at this point. Seriously, why?
Yeah.
One of the problems is Vivica Fox's son grows up.
Right.
Captain Hillard dies mysteriously somehow. I figured the aliens couldn't kill anybody.
They thought he was testing a new ship or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But the aliens couldn't kill him, but lower tech, mixed technology could.
Okay.
But anyway, he has his last name.
Mm-hmm. Right, and it was never
his last name. But then again, they never mentioned their last name in the movie.
Yeah.
I think it's in the credits. I think.
Oh, okay.
Like if you go to the cast, look for Jasmine or something.
Jasmine
DeBro.
Yeah.
Right.
So his last name should be
DeBro.
Yeah.
DeBro. Come on now. How much more black can you get? DeBro. Anyway, but I mean that was one of my major pet peeves. Is like, okay, yeah, you guys got married, but that wouldn't necessarily mean that he became a Hitler.
Right, and especially since he spends the whole movie trying to be like, no, he wasn't my father.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you take that name?
Yeah.
Right. I to be honest, I hated the fact when they was in the mothership. Like, I hated they were walking around and
I'm like,
I'm like, I don't need to see what's inside, guys. I really don't.
It wasn't the point of seeing inside. It was the fact that they were walking around and the aliens ain't doing shit about it.
Yeah.
I'll say this: Will Smith was right for not taking this role. They offered it to him. They were like, "Hey, you want to do it?" He read that script. He was like, "Nah." I'm sure he's like, "Hey, don't make this movie. Hey guys, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just put it away."
I honestly believe that the father was once again the breakout star of this movie.
Wow.
Right, because he was.
He was the same.
Hirsch.
Yeah, Judd Hirsch. He was the same guy in Independence Day that he was in Resurgence. He was the same guy.
He wrote a book saying How I Saved the World.
Right, but he was the same guy though. They didn't change him at all.
Yeah.
He was still that same nurturing, cynical guy.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? Were you guys excited to hear that they were going to do a sequel to Independence Day?
I originally was.
Originally, yeah.
Yes.
Until I saw it.
Well, not when I heard Will Smith
I
wasn't
regret
involved.
paying money
I was
to
like,
see it.
I didn't pay money to see it. When I heard Will Smith wasn't involved, I said I'm not gonna go see it. I was like, it's gonna be trash. You're not in it. It's gonna be trash. And I was right. I seen it on like TNT or HBO, something that it came on for free for me, and I was like, all right, let's watch it.
Blake says, yeah, he turned down the role, but he did Suicide Squad instead. He probably should have just taken the year off.
I like Suicide Squad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad in that either.
I thought it was okay. It was fun action.
DVD scored the original Independence Day at a 7.0, and then we have right now Independence Resurgence got scored a 5.2. Any comments on both the ratings?
I think Independence Day should have been a little higher. I would give it a 7.5, 7.75.
The first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
The second one, I think that was too high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think, Jay?
I personally rated this on IMDb. I was 10 when it came out, and I gave it a 10. I was 10 when it.
All right. You're gonna be like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. They're gonna be coming knocking at your door.
I gave it 10. So I gave it 10 out of 10, even though honestly speaking, because at a 7 I was like, that's too low. I gotta boost the score up. So I do think it should be like an 8.
Okay.
8 something.
I would actually give it a solid 9.
Okay.
Me personally.
I'll give it 10. I like that.
And Resurgence, I would give it like a 2.
Research,
And I find no redeeming qualities about it.
To be honest, I really can't even remember Resurgence. It was really that bad. Like I just remember when they were walking in the spaceship because I hated that part so much. I hate that so much.
Would you like to know what it was about?
No, not at all. They didn't do it for me when I watched it. Like I should know what it's about when I watched it.
Like the only thing I would have liked is they had Vivica Fox's character Jasmine as a doctor, and I'm like, good for her.
Right.
Good for her.
And then they fucking kill her in one of the dumbest ways possible. Was that she's on a roof and her son's flying overhead. He's about to get her, and then the roof just crumbles.
They did that San Andreas thing.
Yeah,
that was pretty stupid. Yeah,
I'd like to see more aerial combat.
Yeah.
I mean, since we do have these higher technology aircraft now, let's use them.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a lot of just one-shot cannon things going off in the movie,
Right. And you would think that we would be ready for another invasion.
That was the whole thing. They thought they were. They thought they had the weapons, the technology to do it. You know what I mean?
They brought, in other words, because in all actuality, the funny thing about it was when they were talking about if we kill the queen, then they can't think on their own, and then the cue ball goes, another queen will just come and take over. What that queen was doing.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then how are they hive mind?
Right.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it was dumb. I personally, I kind of agree with you, Mike. I give it a 9 on this one.
For the original?
For the original movie, I think the comedy was good. I think the action was good. I think it was well cast. The sequel, I give it a 4.
I don't give it that high.
I give it a 4. Only reason I'm giving it a 4 is for a simple fact was, it was different. Wasn't what I was expecting, so it surprised me. So I'm giving it a 4 because of the surprise factor of it, and on top of that,
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that the part you're talking about?
No, I just see her in general. Just give a little point to it.
I think that was funny that she was stripping and nobody was paying attention. Everybody was looking at the TV like, oh my god, there's aliens out there.
Yeah.
She still went to work for some weird reason.
I'm 96.
Resurgence actually
It makes no sense because
it also again ignores the lore because they said was it in the first one when the president he gets the vision from the alien and he says something about they're like locusts. They bring their entire civilization planet to planet. So
they travel with their entire civilization from planet.
Yeah,
absorbing all the resources.
Yeah. So the mothership that detached into all the other smaller ships, like that was their entire civilization.
Yeah.
How are there more out there? If that was the case,
right?
And I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this should get a 2. I didn't think about that. T said right now.
But wait a minute. But
they're gonna clean up.
Like you said, that lore that you're ignoring. Then they bring in the ship that's actually going to mine the planet, and then you tell us, oh, another queen will just come in and take over if we destroy this one.
And then my thing is, their technology.
Wait a minute, I thought this was the whole civilization coming to rape the planet.
And then my whole thing too, now that I think about it, was the aliens' technology didn't upgrade. I mean, from what we saw in the movie.
For the most part, no.
So the same virus that you use to upload into them, why don't you just send out the virus now that you have a stronger signal? They make a 0. I don't think about it, I get this shit a 0. Like, it's just, Resurgence get a 0.
The more you think about it, the more you hate it.
The more I hate it. Like, I'm trying to say,
you cannot continue this series on until you clean up Resurgence. You don't have to worry about Independence Day, the original, because the original was flawless.
And the director, I'm sorry, kill yourself.
Roland Emmerich.
Yeah, what the were you thinking?
So after Independence Day, he did a bunch of stinker movies. He did the 98 Godzilla, he did Day After Tomorrow, he did 2012.
Which I liked 2012 and I liked Day After Tomorrow.
But
I like them.
In Resurgence, what would you have liked to see if the sequel?
So there was one thing that they kind of touched on in the early bit of the movie. I'm trying to remember it here, but it was something about how there was the one ship that landed in Africa, and kind of how they did a blend of the two civilizations in that area. And I think that would have been a really interesting thing to explore. Is like that. How did Earth rebuild, for one thing?
Right.
Because the events of the first movie were really, like, truly devastating.
True, but it was in all actuality, it was just the major cities too.
Yeah.
Right.
So it would just be. I'd like you said, like when it hit Africa, there was a blending of the
Right.
civilizations. I liked it, like India, these smaller countries where these ships have crashed. Come on now, be honest. I know the government's going to move in, but before the government gets there, they're going to be people to loot that ship.
Exactly.
Right.
So these smaller countries, these smaller, they're going to have some of this technology.
So something like Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're on the same page. I'd like to see how these little countries have developed into some of these possibly major metropolises.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And not only that, but that also could have given us more setup for like unlikely heroes. Like, say a kid in the desert finds the ship and no one's managed to touch it, and then they get whatever they need to get the journey started.
Right.
Right.
That could have been an interesting bit as well.
I would like to have seen because this is more of a Air Force movie, right? So planes and all that. It would have been nice to see what happens when they crash, and then the aliens come out of the ship, and you have to fight. So now it's an army.
Around.
Now it's the actual maybe more on the lines of like a Full Metal Jacket type movie, just with the aliens on the ground fighting with cannons, I guess, or guns, with whatever their form of gun would be. You know what I mean? And we still only have our pistols, and that doesn't work.
Well, actually, that would work.
It would work. And because we've seen it, but it took how many bullets did it take?
Hey,
if
I got to empty a clip in you, I'm gonna empty a clip until I get it done.
Right, but let's say when they crash lands,
they got numbers on their side or something.
They got numbers. Yeah,
true. I'd like to see more diversity in the World Air Force too, because you really only had America and China.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, they try to explain that in the movie, but yeah, exactly.
I mean, like you said, these ships crashed in the Sahara. These ships crashed in Russia.
Yeah.
You're right.
You mean to tell me that you couldn't find an Arab guy? Really, honestly, truly?
In all actuality, if that was to really happen, that would be the only way for like people to stop like with racism. You know what I mean?
But you still have it.
We have it to a certain degree, but for the most part, people we have a bigger fish to fry. I can't worry about Mike being a white guy. Mike can't worry about me being a black guy because we have aliens who want to kill us.
Yeah.
Right? We're like, let's work together.
So what I would like to see, is I would agree with taking the fight to the aliens. I agree with that part. Mm-hmm. I feel that the world court or the world's like kind of our NATO whatever the one they got together, and they reconstructed and fixed one of the fallen super freaking ships.
Like the one that landed in Africa.
Like the one landed in Africa, right? So, and your thing is you're going around to these different countries and getting the pieces to make the one ship. That way you can learn about the ship, fly the ship out of space, out of our atmosphere, since they're just like us. They live, breathe, air, all that stuff. So you'll be able to survive on the ship that way. Right. And this way you can go and see if there is any other alien races out there, and either communicate with them, destroy them, or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the different ethnicities come when you have all these people on this ship that are volunteering themselves to go out there and kick alien ass. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the Asian part is like, hey, these people, they train you in the hand-to-hand combat. Then you have your weapon specialist. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. Like you see the different areas in the plane. I don't understand. So this place takes off in the ship, leaving our atmosphere going somewhere else.
So I think one of the things that makes the title of Independence Day so appropriate, though, is that these aliens pose literally an existential threat to us.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like us taking the fight to them kind of negates that theme that the title suggests.
Yeah.
And Blake said, real world explanation, studio gets a lot of money from Chinese audiences. That's
Yes, so there's a few recent action movies that I can agree have kind of that same tone where it's like they're just sucking China's dick.
Yeah. What's the one with the big they have the robots, you're inside the
Transformer?
robots. No,
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
The second one more so.
Yeah,
than the first
which
one.
I didn't like the Pacific Rim movies.
Yeah.
I love the first one. You got to be in a certain mind. The last two Transformers movies for sure.
Yeah.
Avengers: Age of Ultron, unfortunately, kind of had a little bit of that, although it was more South Korea, I think. Sorry, South Korea listeners. But yeah, Independence Day was really heavy on that.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm not gonna
Chinese
Chinese dick sucking. Yeah.
All right, guys. So, Mike, we'll start with you, man. What's some of your final thoughts on Independence Day and Independence Day Resurgence?
The first one, I fucking love it. They do so many things right, and I can always go back to seeing it. Second one.
No words for it. No words. Okay.
I'm just gonna walk out.
What about you, Jay?
Well, the first one, hands down, great movie. I remember seeing it at the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a kid and being scared and go, oh my God, what's gonna happen? You know, and I still have. Now I don't have that because I know it's gonna happen now.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. I can get back into that like kid mind state, and so it has that rewatchability factor.
Yeah.
The second one, boy, just go and throw that away. They don't even talk about that. That didn't really be made. That was a different movie altogether.
That was different. What you got for us, Kills?
First one, I think we're all in agreement about the first one. First one was a great movie. Second one, I could see. Well, no, it needs to be redone, and the movie that they have in the can for Resurgence that they showed, they can throw that out and just redo the movie completely.
Yeah, they needed a nice reboot.
So you think they should do a reboot then?
The second one, yes.
Of the second one?
Don't touch the first one.
Okay. What do you guys think? Reboot it?
I say just leave it all alone at this point.
Okay.
Leave it all alone. We don't need to see anymore. The story ended with the fireworks at the end.
All right. So do you guys feel? Yeah, that's true. I don't think they should remake this, but I like or do a remake of the second one either. But I do like the concept that Mike Brown mentioned on our Facebook account that why not do a prequel? And I do kind of like that.
Well, my thing, if they didn't mess up Resurgence so bad, I would be on board with like, okay, make a prequel, reboot it, remake it. But they messed up Resurgence so bad. I'm like, don't touch it because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
you don't know what you're doing. So
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Then again, Disney now owns Fox, so
it's possible. Yeah, true.
That's true, man. Disney owns so much crap right now, but. Well, guys, first of all, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're listening to us on the Instagram live feed, Facebook live feed, thank you guys. Some of our old ones, guys, and like I said, that's pretty much going to wrap up all of July for us. But, yeah, guys, once again, this has been the Blast from the Past Movie Podcast. I've been one of your hosts, CJ.
Joe Kill, keeping it real.
Jeremiah J. White.
And I'm Mad Mike.
And we'll be signing off. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you very much, and we'll be out. Peace.
1, 2, hello world. Nigga, no, my name. Nigga, no,